Welcome everyone to this video and thank you for tuning in because today we are diving deep into a truly massive topic: the size, scope and sheer global reach of the United States military. What it is, how big it really is, what it can do and why it's considered one of the most powerful forces on the planet. If you stay with me until the end, you'll understand in powerful detail not just numbers but also what those numbers mean in real-world capability and global influence. Let's begin with the most basic question: how big is the US military right now and how many people serve in it? The United States Armed Forces are made up of 6 main branches: the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Space Force and the Coast Guard. Across all these branches, the U.S. military has roughly 1.3 million active duty service members who serve full-time, wearing the uniform every single day, ready to respond anywhere in the world. This number reflects the core group of soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Guardians and Coast Guard personnel who are counted as part of the active duty force. But that 1.3 million figure is only part of the picture, because there is another massive group of part-time forces made up of the Army, National Guard, Air National Guard and Reserve forces across all branches. Combined, the National Guard and Reserve components add roughly 700,000 or more trained service members who can be called up for deployment, support emergencies or wartime missions. Then there's the huge civilian workforce that supports the military. The Department of Defense employs hundreds of thousands of civilian personnel working in logistics, administration, research, technology, health care, infrastructure and countless other roles that keep the entire force functioning. When you include active duty personnel, reserves, National Guard and civilian employees, the total U.S. military force tops around 2.6 to nearly 3 million people, making it one of the largest organized defense forces in the world by headcount. Now let's put those figures into context. In terms of pure active duty numbers, the United States has fewer troops than China, which has one of the largest active military forces in the world, but those numbers alone don't tell the whole story, because the US combines quality, advanced technology and global reach that are difficult for most other nations to match. The US also maintains extensive alliances and deployments on every continent, meaning its ability to project power is much greater than headcount alone suggests. So that covers personnel. Now let's talk about equipment, because gigantic numbers of people are only one part of military power. The U.S. military fields one of the most technologically advanced arrays of equipment in history, from land vehicles to aircraft to naval fleets and missile systems. On land, the Army alone fields several thousand main battle tanks, armored fighting vehicles, self-propelled guns, artillery and a wide range of special operations and transport vehicles. These armored platforms are supported by advanced targeting systems, drones and precision munitions that allow small units to deliver huge battlefield impact. According to publicly available estimates, the U.S. Army has over 5,000 tanks as part of its armored forces, among other armored vehicles in the tens of thousands, range across many categories. In the skies, the U.S. maintains by far the largest and most advanced air force in the world. Total military aircraft across all services number well over 10,000 aircraft, including fighters, bombers, cargo planes, refueling tankers, surveillance aircraft, drones and helicopters. The U.S. Air Force alone operates thousands of aircraft with cutting-edge 5th-generation fighters, like the F-35 Lightning II and F-22 Raptor, as well as highly capable strategic bombers such as the B-2 Spirit and B-52 Stratofortress. The Navy and Marine Corps also operate large fleets of aircraft designed for carrier operations, close air support and logistics. But perhaps nothing captures the U.S. military's global reach like its naval power. The United States Navy remains one of the largest and most capable fleets on Earth, with hundreds of ships ranging from massive nuclear-powered aircraft carriers to guided missile destroyers, submarines, amphibious assault ships and logistics vessels. Modern U.S. carriers each support around 60 aircraft and act as movable air bases capable of projecting force into contested regions thousands of miles from U.S. shores. The Navy also fields more than 60 submarines, many of which are nuclear-powered and capable of strategic deterrence missions. All of these forces operate with incredible support and coordination. The Army has multiple corps divisions and brigades strategically positioned for rapid deployment. The Marine Corps specializes in expeditionary warfare, ready to respond quickly from sea to land. The Navy deploys carrier strike groups and amphibious ready groups around the globe. The Air Force sustains air superiority with forward bases and strategic airlift capability, while the Space Force oversees space operations, supports cyber warfare and satellite communications. The Coast Guard combines maritime law enforcement, search and rescue and homeland defense missions. Each branch, while unique in mission, works as part of an integrated